Urologists take this vitamin at night for harder erections, energy, and deep sleep. It is imperative that we address a topic most medical professionals often overlook, a deeply personal yet universally experienced challenge for men approaching or past their prime. When was the last time, truly, you awoke with a robust, unprompted, natural erection? Not one stimulated by medication, not forced into existence, but a genuine testament to your body performing its inherent biological functions with effortless vitality. If that memory eludes you, perhaps stretching back weeks or even agonizing months, then the profound insights I am prepared to share could fundamentally reshape your understanding of your own health and vitality. This isn't just about a fleeting moment of intimacy, it's about the very cornerstone of male health. There exists a single, critical mineral, often overlooked, that the vast majority of men over the age of 50 are severely, almost catastrophically deficient in. Without this essential nutrient, your body's intricate systems begin to unravel, your erectile function diminishes, your energy levels plummet, and your sleep quality, the very bedrock of recovery and rejuvenation, collapses with the alarming predictability of a row of dominoes. I am Dr. Barbara O'Neill, a board-certified urologist with over a decade dedicated to specializing in the complex and often misunderstood realm of men's sexual health. My mission today is to meticulously detail precisely which mineral holds the key to rectifying this pervasive triple threat, to elucidate the scientifically backed methods for its optimal intake to achieve peak results, and crucially, to explain why its consumption at the incorrect time renders it utterly ineffective, wasting both your effort and your valuable resources. Before we delve into the intricate mechanics of this physiological transformation, I genuinely encourage you to share your location in the comments below, as this burgeoning community of health-conscious individuals is rapidly expanding its reach across the globe, and I am always eager to connect with you directly. Let us now peel back the layers and examine the true physiological processes unfolding within your body at this very moment. As men traverse the threshold of 50 years and beyond, a relentless, often unnoticed depletion of a vital mineral accelerates at an alarming and insidious rate. Shockingly, most general practitioners and even some specialists fail to routinely screen for this deficiency, and consequently, most men remain entirely oblivious to its very existence, let alone its profound impact. Yet, this singular silent deficiency initiates a devastating, cascading chain reaction that systematically undermines virtually every facet of your vitality and well-being. Firstly, your exquisitely balanced nervous system progressively loses its innate capacity for complete relaxation. You might find yourself lying in bed utterly physically drained, your limbs heavy with fatigue, yet your brain, instead of gracefully shutting down, remains stubbornly and relentlessly active. Your mind races, a relentless torrent of thoughts about professional obligations, looming financial concerns, the never-ending list of tasks awaiting you tomorrow. You are undeniably physically exhausted, but mentally, you remain trapped in an incessant state of overdrive, unable to disengage from the day's demands or prepare for restorative rest. This persistent state of heightened arousal prevents genuine mental and physical recuperation. Secondly, and equally critical, your body's vast network of blood vessels, essential conduits for life-sustaining nutrients and oxygen, begin to stiffen and irrevocably lose their natural elasticity and flexibility. They become less capable of dilating and expanding properly in response to physiological cues, which translates directly into a significant weakening of blood flow throughout your entire physiological system, with particularly devastating consequences for the delicate vascular structures of the penis. Envision this process much like an aging garden hose left exposed to the sun's harsh elements for an extended period. Over time, it loses its pliability, becoming rigid, brittle, and prone to cracking, ultimately failing to deliver water with the force and efficiency it once possessed. Your blood vessels suffer a similar fate, impeding the robust circulation required for optimal function. Thirdly, and this point cannot be overstated in its criticality, because your body never achieves the profound, deep stages of restorative sleep, your natural nighttime testosterone production suffers a catastrophic decline. It is a biological marvel that approximately 90% of your daily testosterone, the primary male sex hormone responsible for energy, libido, and muscle mass, is meticulously synthesized and produced during the initial 3 hours of deep, slow-wave sleep. Without access to these crucial deep sleep cycles, your body is effectively robbed of its opportunity for testosterone recovery and synthesis, leading directly to a predictable and disheartening outcome. This manifests as weaker erections that struggle to achieve firmness and cannot be sustained for adequate periods, a persistent, debilitating fatigue that no quantity of caffeine or stimulant can genuinely alleviate. Restless nights, punctuated by frequent awakenings, leaving you feeling perpetually unrested rather than rejuvenated, and perhaps most poignantly, the agonizing sensation that the profound intimacy you once shared is slowly, irrevocably slipping away with each passing year, replaced by a growing sense of frustration and inadequacy. However, here lies a liberating and transformative truth, one that has fundamentally altered the trajectory for countless men. What you are experiencing is not an inevitable consequence of aging itself. Rather, it is a direct and reversible symptom of depletion, specifically mineral depletion. And the truly empowering revelation is that depletion, unlike immutable aging, can indeed be reversed. I urge you to remain fully engaged, as the profound insights I am poised to share have demonstrably empowered thousands of my patients to reclaim and restore what they once tragically believed was irrevocably lost. So, what precisely is this extraordinary and potent mineral, capable of simultaneously revitalizing your sleep, strengthening your erections, and reigniting your energy levels? The answer, both simple and profound, is magnesium. Now, before your mind jumps to the conclusion, magnesium, I've heard of that, it's nothing new, allow me to intercede and correct a pervasive misconception. Herein lies the fundamental error that most men make, and it is precisely why magnesium may have failed to deliver the promised benefits if you have attempted supplementation in the past. Magnesium is not a monolithic entity. It is not simply one simple thing. In actuality, there exist no fewer than 7 distinct biochemically unique forms of magnesium, each with varying bioavailability and specific physiological targets. And here is the absolutely critical distinction. Only 2 of these myriad forms possess the specific biochemical properties required to effectively support robust erectile function, induce profound deep sleep, and optimize natural testosterone production. Allow me to elaborate on the 3 pivotal ways magnesium profoundly transforms your sexual health and overall vitality, commencing with an explanation of why magnesium is unequivocally essential for achieving consistently hard, reliably firm erections. Your physiological capacity to both initiate and steadfastly maintain an erection is profoundly dependent upon a concept known as endothelial function. This term, though sounding complex in its medical nomenclature, simply refers to the crucial ability of the innermost lining of your blood vessel walls to relax and expand seamlessly when they receive the appropriate neurological and biochemical signals. Visualize your blood vessels not as rigid pipes, but as highly flexible, responsive rubber tubing. When they are in a state of optimal health and replete with essential nutrients, they possess the innate ability to dramatically expand, facilitating maximal blood flow to specific regions of the body, including the penis. Conversely, when these vessels are compromised, damaged, or severely lacking in key nutrients, they tend to remain stubbornly narrow and rigid, impeding vital circulation. Magnesium directly and powerfully improves this vital endothelial function. It operates as a natural vasodilator, a substance that actively encourages the widening and opening of your intricate blood flow pathways. Here is the precise cellular mechanism through which this occurs. At the fundamental cellular level, magnesium acts as an essential cofactor, activating a crucial enzyme known as nitric oxide synthase. This enzyme, in turn, is responsible for the endogenous production of nitric nitric oxide, which is universally recognized as the master molecule that precisely orchestrates the relaxation and widening of your blood vessels. This, remarkably, is the exact same fundamental biological pathway that pharmaceutical medications such as Viagra leverage to achieve their effects, with one crucial distinction: magnesium actively supports and enhances your body's natural capacity for nitric oxide production, rather than artificially forcing the process. The logical and highly desirable outcome is clear. Increased, unimpeded blood flow directly translates to harder, more resilient, and significantly more sustainable erections. Now let us turn our attention to why magnesium is equally indispensable for achieving deep, truly restorative sleep. Your intricate nervous system operates across two fundamentally distinct modes of operation. There is the sympathetic mode, commonly referred to as your fight or flight response, an ancient survival mechanism that primes your body for acute stress. And then there is the parasympathetic mode, aptly termed your rest and digest recovery state, responsible for promoting calm, repair, and regeneration. The unfortunate reality for most men over the age of 50 is that they find themselves perpetually ensnared in a state of sympathetic dominance, their bodies unconsciously perceiving themselves to be under constant threat, even in moments of apparent calm. Magnesium plays a pivotal role in shifting this imbalance. It actively helps to activate your parasympathetic nervous system by judiciously binding to specific GABA receptors located within your brain. GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, is your body's intrinsic calming neurotransmitter, the crucial chemical messenger that signals to your brain that it is safe to relax, to unwind, and to initiate the essential process of shutting down for the night. Without adequate levels of magnesium, your body simply lacks the physiological capacity to properly engage and activate these vital calming systems. Your physical body may be reclined in bed, ready for repose, but your mind continues to race at full, unyielding speed, unable to find peace. Furthermore, magnesium directly and significantly lowers levels of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. Clinical studies have consistently demonstrated that appropriate magnesium supplementation can induce a remarkable reduction in cortisol levels, typically ranging from 15 to 20%. When cortisol levels drop to healthy, balanced ranges, two profoundly beneficial outcomes invariably occur. You find yourself falling asleep much faster and remaining asleep for longer, uninterrupted durations. This enables your body to finally transition into that critical deep recovery mode, the physiological state where genuine cellular repair, hormonal balancing, and profound restoration truly take place. This seamless transition brings us to the third transformative effect: why magnesium is absolutely crucial for naturally boosting testosterone. As previously mentioned, testosterone production is not a constant, unchanging process throughout the day. Instead, it adheres to a very specific, evolutionarily programmed circadian rhythm. The vast majority of your daily testosterone synthesis, an astonishing approximate 90%, occurs with meticulous precision during the initial 3 hours of deep, slow-wave sleep each night. It is not during light sleep, nor during REM, rapid eye movement sleep, but specifically during these profound stages of deep, restorative sleep. If you consistently fail to reach these vital deep sleep stages, perhaps because your nervous system is unable to adequately relax, or because your cortisol levels remain stubbornly elevated, or fundamentally because your magnesium levels are too low, then your body's capacity for natural testosterone production is severely compromised, or simply does not occur with optimal efficiency. But magnesium performs yet another equally important function in optimizing testosterone levels. It actively helps to lower the concentration of a protein known as sex hormone binding globulin, SHBG. This protein, as its name suggests, binds tenaciously to testosterone circulating in your bloodstream, rendering it biologically inactive and unavailable for your body's cells to utilize. Magnesium plays a crucial role in freeing up this bound testosterone, which directly translates to a greater quantity of active, bioavailable testosterone circulating within your system, ready to exert its beneficial effects on energy, libido, and muscle health. Compelling scientific evidence supports this. In a seminal study published in the esteemed journal Biological Trace Element Research, men who rigorously supplemented with 450 milliliters of magnesium daily for a mere 4 weeks experienced a significant increase in their testosterone levels by an impressive 24%. The interconnectedness is undeniable. Superior sleep quality directly facilitates enhanced testosterone production. Higher testosterone levels, in turn, contribute to more robust and powerful erections. Improved blood flow, optimized by magnesium, supports both stronger erections and a pervasive sense of overall energy. Thus, magnesium stands as the singular key that simultaneously unlocks and optimizes all three of these vital physiological systems. Now, we must address a critical juncture where most men unwittingly sabotage their own results, often without even comprehending the mistakes they are making. Let me clearly delineate the 4 critical errors that consistently lead to failure in magnesium supplementation for the majority of men. Mistake number 1, opting for the cheapest magnesium available. The typical scenario unfolds like this. A man seeking a solution enters his local pharmacy, spots a bottle of magnesium on the shelf, and instinctively gravitates towards the most budget-friendly option. In almost every instance, this cheapest option will be magnesium oxide. The fundamental flaw here is profound and often overlooked. Your body's capacity to absorb magnesium oxide is remarkably low, averaging only about 4%. This means that if you conscientiously take a 400 milligram dose, your system is actually assimilating a paltry 16 milligrams of usable magnesium. The vast majority of the remaining compound simply lingers within your digestive tract, frequently leading to uncomfortable side effects such as diarrhea, rather than delivering any therapeutic benefit. This underscores a crucial principle. The specific form of magnesium you consume is far more significant than the crude dosage. A superior quality, highly absorbable form, even at a seemingly lower dose, will yield dramatically better physiological results. My primary recommendation for the majority of men is magnesium glycinate. This specific form boasts an impressive absorption rate of approximately 80%. It is magnesium chemically bound to the amino acid glycine. And here's what renders it particularly exceptional. Glycine itself is a well-established promoter of sleep and profound relaxation. Thus, you derive a dual benefit. The magnesium effectively relaxes your muscles and dilates your blood vessels, while the accompanying glycine simultaneously calms your entire nervous system, creating a synergistic effect. The recommended dosage is typically between 200 and 400 milligrams to be taken 30 to 60 minutes prior to bedtime. This particular form is celebrated for causing virtually no digestive upset and is specifically and remarkably effective for inducing deep muscle relaxation, facilitating optimal blood vessel dilation, and promoting the onset of profound restorative sleep. The second highly effective form is magnesium L-threonate, which is particularly beneficial for men who grapple with persistent anxiety, incessant racing thoughts, or mental restlessness that interferes with nighttime serenity. This is the singular form of magnesium scientifically proven to effectively traverse the formidable blood-brain barrier, meaning it directly influences and modulates brain chemistry. The dosage for this form tends to be higher, typically ranging between 1,000 and 2,000 millimolar, while magnesium L-threonate is generally more expensive than other forms. For men whose predominant challenge is mental agitation rather than physical tension, the investment can be absolutely invaluable. What forms should you categorically avoid? Steer clear of magnesium oxide, generic or cheaply produced magnesium citrate, unless specifically formulated for high absorption, and any bulk supplements where the manufacturing quality and specific magnesium form term are ambiguous or undisclosed. Reputable brands that I consistently endorse and recommend to my patients include Doctor's Best, Thorne, Pure Encapsulations, and Life Extension. Mistake number 2, ingesting magnesium in the morning. This represents an egregious and pervasive error that profoundly undermines and ultimately destroys your potential results. Magnesium, by its very nature, is a profound relaxant. If you consume it with your breakfast or at any point during the middle of the day, you will inevitably experience undesirable sluggishness, drowsiness, and a significant missed opportunity. More importantly, you will bypass the entire critical nighttime recovery window, where the true physiological magic of restoration and rejuvenation predominantly occurs. Recall our earlier discussion. Natural testosterone production is intricately tied to the sleep cycle. Deep sleep, the cornerstone of this production, is contingent upon your nervous system's ability to profoundly relax. Magnesium expertly facilitates both of these vital processes, but these processes are fundamentally nocturnal. The optimal timing for supplementation is precisely 30 to 60 minutes before you intend to retire for the night, ideally taken with warm water or a soothing herbal tea. This strategic timing allows ample opportunity for the magnesium to be absorbed into your bloodstream and begin its beneficial work just as you are preparing to settle into bed. Crucially, this timed ritual also sends a powerful, unmistakable signal to your body that the demands of the day have concluded, and it is now the opportune moment to transition definitively into a state of deep recovery and repair. Mistake number 3, expecting magnesium to function like a pharmaceutical medication. A common pitfall is for men to begin magnesium supplementation, adhere to the regimen for a mere 3 nights, fail to wake with an instantly rock-hard erection, and promptly conclude that it doesn't work. Let me be unequivocally clear on this crucial point. Magnesium is not Viagra. It will not and is not designed to induce an instantaneous erection. That is simply not its physiological modus operandi. Magnesium operates cumulatively. Its profound effects are realized over time as it systematically rebuilds and recalibrates your body's intricate systems from the very foundation upwards, rather than forcing a temporary, artificial physiological response. Here is a realistic and evidence-based timeline of expected improvements. Nights 1 through 3. You will predictably begin to notice a tangible improvement in your ability to fall asleep faster, and you will experience a greater sense of physical relaxation as you drift off. By the end of week 1, many men will commence noticing the welcome return of morning erections. You will also experience a discernible improvement in your general daytime energy levels between weeks 2 and 4. This is the period where the most profound and noticeable transformations typically occur. You will consistently experience deep, uninterrupted sleep. Your libido will strengthen in a palpable and significant way, and your natural erectile function will progressively and reliably restore itself. Erections will become easier to achieve, exhibit greater firmness, and be sustained for longer, more satisfying durations. This journey is fundamentally about meticulously rebuilding your system, not merely applying a superficial, transient quick fix. Patience and consistency are paramount. Mistake number 4. Taking magnesium in isolation when combining it with other synergistic nutrients would yield vastly superior results. While magnesium is undeniably powerful on its own, its effectiveness is dramatically amplified when strategically combined with zinc and vitamin B6. Together, these 3 vital nutrients form a potent triumvirate, often referred to as ZMA, though our protocol uses specific forms and dosages, and their synergistic effect is substantially greater than the sum of any single nutrient's individual contribution. Zinc. This essential trace mineral plays a critical role in blocking the activity of an enzyme called aromatase. Aromatase is responsible for converting testosterone into estrogen. As men age, particularly those carrying extra abdominal fat, aromatase activity tends to increase, meaning your body is actively diminishing your valuable testosterone by converting it into estrogen. Zinc effectively inhibits this detrimental process, helping to preserve healthy testosterone levels. Vitamin B6. This vitamin is not merely a supportive player, it is absolutely indispensable for your body to efficiently absorb and properly utilize zinc. Furthermore, vitamin B6 directly participates in the synthesis of crucial neurotransmitters, including dopamine, which profoundly influences libido, motivation, and overall well-being. When you strategically combine all three, magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B6, clinical studies unequivocally demonstrate that testosterone levels can increase by approximately 30% more than with magnesium alone. The precise evidence-based protocol I recommend is 200 to 400 milligauss of magnesium glycinate, 30 milligauss of zinc, preferably in picolinate or citrate form for optimal absorption, and 10 to 15 milligauss of vitamin B6, specifically in the P5P or pyridoxal 5-phosphate form, which is the active coenzyme form. Take all three together, again, 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. Now, allow me to guide you through the precise, actionable protocol I want you to initiate starting tonight. This is the exact, meticulously structured regimen I provide to my own patients, designed for maximal efficacy and ease of integration into your daily life. Step 1. Select the correct form of magnesium for your specific needs. For the vast majority of men, I recommend commencing with magnesium glycinate. The recommended dosage is between 200 and 400 milligrams to be ingested 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed. This form is unequivocally ideal if your primary concerns revolve around muscle tension, persistent difficulty in maintaining sleep throughout the night, or a pervasive sense of physical tension. Excellent high-quality brands to consider include Doctor's Best High Absorption Magnesium, Thorne Magnesium Bisglycinate, and Pure Encapsulations Magnesium Glycinate. However, if your predominant issues manifest as anxiety, an incessant stream of racing thoughts, or debilitating mental restlessness that interferes with restful sleep, then you should instead consider magnesium L-threonate. The dosage for this specialized form ranges from 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams. As previously noted, this is the unique form that successfully navigates and crosses the blood-brain barrier, allowing it to directly and profoundly calm brain activity. Look for highly reputable brands such as Life Extension, Neuromag, or Magtine. Step 2. Establish a consistent and supportive nighttime routine centered around your magnesium supplementation. This step is absolutely paramount. Timing is not merely about the precise moment you ingest the magnesium. It is about cultivating a deliberate ritual, a series of conscious actions that signals to your entire physiological system that recovery mode is unequivocally commencing. Here is the exact recommended schedule to follow. At 9 p.m., initiate your wind-down process. Begin systematically, dimming the lights throughout your home. This subtle yet powerful environmental cue triggers your pineal gland to commence the vital production of melatonin, your body's innate natural sleep hormone. Conversely, exposure to bright lights, particularly in the evening, actively tells your brain it is still daytime, suppressing melatonin release. By 9:30 p.m., completely disengage from all screens. This includes your smartphone, television, computer, tablet, literally every electronic device that emits blue light. Blue light, specifically, has been scientifically proven to suppress melatonin production by as much as 50%. If, under extreme circumstances, you absolutely must use your phone, ensure that night mode, which filters blue light, is enabled, but ideally, place it in another room entirely, out of sight and out of mind. At 9:45 p.m., engage in your pre-sleep ritual. Dedicate approximately 5 minutes to gentle stretching exercises, focusing on movements that release accumulated tension in your lower back, hips, and shoulders. This physical release directly activates your parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation. Following this, perform 3 sets of 10 pelvic floor exercises. To do this, simply tighten the muscles you would use to stop urinating midstream, hold for 5 seconds, and then relax for 5 seconds. These often overlooked exercises strengthen the crucial muscles responsible for trapping blood within the penis during an erection, enhancing firmness. Finally, take a warm shower or simply wash your face with warm water. As you emerge, the slight subsequent drop in your core body temperature acts as a powerful physiological signal to your body that it is time to transition into sleep. At 10 p.m., take your magnesium. Mix your chosen magnesium supplement and any accompanying zinc and B6 into a full glass of warm water or a calming herbal tea. Chamomile tea is a particularly excellent choice here, as it contains apigenin, a natural compound that further promotes relaxation and sleep. If you desire, adding a small teaspoon of raw honey is perfectly acceptable. It can help to subtly stabilize your blood glucose levels overnight. Sit calmly and consciously as you drink this concoction. Do not rush. Transform this into a deliberate, mindful ritual of self-care. By 10:30 p.m., be in bed with lights off. This is not merely about being in the bedroom with the television still blaring. You should genuinely be in bed with all lights extinguished. Your bedroom environment is paramount. It should be maintained at a cool temperature, ideally between 65 and 68 degrees, 18-20 paros, rendered completely dark, utilizing blackout curtains or an eye mask if necessary. And if needed, incorporate white noise from a fan or a dedicated sound machine to mask disruptive sounds. Why does this meticulously specific schedule hold such profound importance? Because unwavering consistency systematically trains your circadian rhythm, your body's internal biological clock. When you consistently adhere to the same bedtime every single night, without deviation, even on weekends, your body intelligently learns to anticipate sleep and proactively initiates its intricate shutdown processes automatically. This entrainment is critical because natural testosterone production is highly dependent on a stable, well-regulated circadian rhythm. Irregular or erratic sleep schedules directly suppress testosterone production, even if you technically achieve enough total hours of sleep, because the timing and quality are compromised. Step 3. Systematically track your progress. To truly appreciate the subtle yet profound transformations that will unfold, keep a small dedicated notebook on your nightstand. Every morning, immediately upon waking, diligently record 4 key metrics. 1. Sleep quality. On a subjective scale of 1 to 10, 1 being terrible, 10 being excellent, how well did you sleep? 2. Morning erection. Did you experience a morning erection? Yes or no? If yes, rate its firmness on a scale of 1 to 10. 3. Energy level. Rate your overall energy level upon waking, again on a scale of 1 to 10. 4. Overall mood. Rate your general mood from 1 to 10. Why is this meticulous tracking so critically important? Because the improvements, while profound, often unfold gradually and incrementally. Without a tangible record, you might inadvertently overlook or underestimate the progress you are making. But when you revisit your notes after 30 days and observe that your sleep quality score has steadily ascended from a 4 to a consistent 8, that morning erections have transitioned from being completely absent to occurring 5 days a week, and that your energy levels have dramatically risen from a 3 to a solid 7, the cumulative evidence becomes irrefutable and undeniably motivating. Step 4. Incorporate these essential supporting habits to amplify magnesium's effectiveness. These habits create an environment conducive to optimal magnesium function and overall health. Eliminate all caffeine intake by 2 p.m. Caffeine possesses a significant half-life of 5 to 6 hours. This means that if you consume caffeine at 2 p.m., half of it is still circulating in your system by 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Even if you subjectively believe it doesn't affect your sleep, physiologically, it most certainly does. Caffeine functions by blocking adenosine receptors in your brain, thereby preventing the natural sleepiness signal from registering. Maintain an absolutely consistent sleep schedule 7 days a week, including weekends. This is not a suggestion, it is a fundamental requirement for hormonal optimization. One compelling study revealed that men with inconsistent sleep times exhibited testosterone levels 10 to 15% lower than their counterparts who adhered to consistent schedules, even when the total number of sleep hours was identical. This highlights the profound impact of circadian rhythm regularity. Dedicate 5 minutes to light stretching before bed every single night. Simple, gentle movements that release tension in your lower back, hips, and shoulders are sufficient. This physical release actively triggers your parasympathetic nervous system, preparing your body for a deeply restful state. Avoid all alcohol consumption within 3 hours of bedtime. While alcohol might initially create the deceptive sensation of helping you fall asleep, it is a profound disruptor of sleep architecture. It categorically blocks both REM sleep and, critically, deep slow-wave sleep, precisely the stages where testosterone production occurs. Even a single alcoholic drink can reduce your deep sleep by an alarming 40%. This comprehensive, multifaceted stack addresses and optimizes multiple interconnected physiological systems simultaneously: sleep quality, natural testosterone production, arterial health, and nervous system balance. Rigorous clinical studies have consistently demonstrated testosterone increases ranging from 30% to an impressive 42% when compared to placebo groups utilizing this type of integrated approach. The financial investment required for this transformative protocol is remarkably modest, approximately $30 to $50 per month. This equates to roughly $1 a day to potentially revolutionize your sleep, your energy, your erections, and your overall quality of life and sense of well-being. Allow me to share a real-world testament to the power of this protocol, the story of Mark. Mark, a 58-year-old accountant, sought my expertise with a deeply distressing concern. "Dr. O'Neill," he began, "I haven't experienced a morning erection in over 2 years. When my wife and I attempt intimacy, I either completely fail to achieve an erection, or if I do, I lose it almost immediately." He admitted to having tried Viagra, which provided a temporary solution, but he found the reliance on medication profoundly dissatisfying and emotionally taxing. Upon conducting thorough laboratory analyses, I found his testosterone levels to be at the lower end of the normal range, specifically 350 nanograms per deciliter. More critically, his magnesium levels were severely deficient. His RBC, red blood cell, magnesium, a more accurate indicator of cellular magnesium status, registered at a mere 4.22 mg per deciliter, significantly below the optimal range of 6.0 to 6.5. I promptly placed Mark on a targeted regimen: 400 mg of magnesium glycinate before bed, 30 mg of zinc, 10 mg of vitamin B6, P5P, coupled with a consistent 10:30 p.m. bedtime routine. Week 1. Mark reported a profound change. He was sleeping through the entire night without a single awakening, a feat he hadn't achieved in months. His sleep quality score consistently rose from a 3 to a 7. Week 2. The breakthrough arrived. Mark experienced his first natural morning erection in over 2 years. The message he sent me was concise, yet deeply emotional. It happened. He confessed it brought tears to his eyes. His erection firmness score was a 6. Week 4. Morning erections were occurring 4 to 5 times per week with increasing firmness. His natural erectile function during intimacy was steadily and reliably returning. His energy levels were consistently at an 8, up from a 4. 2 months. Mark contacted me again, sharing a heartwarming update. My wife noticed the change before I even mentioned anything. She told me I seem more present, more engaged, and the physical side, it's all working naturally now. I threw away the Viagra. 3 months. We retested his blood work. His testosterone had surged from 350 to an impressive 485 nanograms per deciliter, a remarkable nearly 40% increase. All of this achieved simply by correcting a pervasive mineral deficiency and meticulously improving his sleep quality through a structured routine. Gentlemen, let this serve as an undeniable truth. Weak erections, consistently poor sleep quality, and debilitating low energy are not inevitable life sentences to be passively accepted. Instead, they are unequivocal, precise, and urgent signals, clear biological messages from your body, indicating a critical need for magnesium, for proper restorative recovery, and for consistent, diligent physiological support. You possess the power to initiate this transformative journey starting tonight. Make the conscious choice to take the correct form of magnesium at the scientifically optimized time, meticulously integrated within a supportive and calming evening routine, and then simply observe the profound changes that unfold. Witness how your sleep quality experiences a dramatic improvement within the very first week. Observe the welcome return of morning erections during weeks 2 and 3. Notice how your energy levels stabilize and remain consistently elevated throughout the day. Feel your libido strengthen and reignite, and experience the joyous return of intimacy, feeling natural, spontaneous, and deeply fulfilling once more. I implore you, however, to commit to this protocol for a minimum of 30 days. Grant your body 1 full month of precise mineral support and consistent, regulated sleep timing. Faithfully track those 3 key metrics every morning: your sleep quality, the presence and firmness of any morning erection, and your energy level upon waking. At the conclusion of these 30 days, take out your diligently kept notes and juxtapose your starting point against your current state. You will invariably discern a clear, unmistakable pattern of undeniable improvement. You will witness your sleep scores steadily climbing, morning erections occurring with greater frequency and vigor, and your energy levels consistently rising. And when confronted with this compelling evidence, you will undoubtedly be motivated to continue, because you will unequivocally realize this is working. And should you, after this dedicated 30-day period, genuinely perceive no improvement whatsoever, what have you truly lost? You will have invested a modest $20 to $30 in supplements, and perhaps more importantly, you will have cultivated better, healthier sleep habits that will invariably benefit your overall well-being, regardless of the direct magnesium effects. If this comprehensive video has provided you with valuable insights, please hit that like button to ensure this vital information reaches more men who are silently struggling. And I welcome you to drop your most pressing men's health questions in the comments below. What specific challenges are you confronting? What aspects do you aspire to understand more profoundly? Rest assured, nothing is off limits. Ask me anything.